Hello everyone and welcome to your 2020 Spring Outlook. We have lots of stuff we're going to be talking about today as we do have a quite interesting situation on our hands for the spring of this year. Lots of uncertainty has been in the forecast, but a lot has cleared up recently, and MicroCasting is about to make the Spring Outlook. We're fairly confident in this assessment. So here are the major concerns. We're going to be entering a La Nina pattern. This means more rain. This means fairly average temperatures, but it also means more severe weather. As we enter a La Nina pattern, the threat for severe storms will be higher than normal this spring. We will be talking a little bit more about which threats in particular are higher and where those threats will be. Flooding will also be a major concern this spring. We're going to be getting system after system after system, really. That's how it's going to be. We're going to see a fairly quiet beginning of April, and after that quiet beginning of April, we're going to be seeing quite a few storms moving through. We're going to be seeing a really active spring, I think, when it comes to severe weather. Temperatures will be pretty much average in the St. Louis area, so expect your typical April there. It might be a little more bipolar, if you will, than normal. We'll be seeing a lot of flip-flops between warmer and cooler temperatures. That might be a little more volatile than normal. So we'll be talking more about that in a little bit here. Let's talk about precipitation. You can see we do have a national outlook for precipitation, but starting in the St. Louis area, we do have above average precipitation for the entirety of the area and well above average precipitation for the southeastern side of things in particular. That's where the flooding threat will be the greatest. You can see that well above average stuff does go into Evansville, Indianapolis. It goes into Columbus, Ohio. It goes into Cincinnati. It's almost into Springfield, Illinois, almost into Chicago. St. Louis, right on the borderline of that. Regardless, this is a larger scale pattern that we're going to be looking at. Below average temperatures for California, Arizona, most of New Mexico, a vast majority of Texas, and we'll be seeing that really going on over the next few days. There is some uncertainty, I must note, for Washington and Oregon when it comes to how dry or wet things will be there, as we do have some uncertainty with just how much precipitation could fall as the upper level jet patterns shift. Alright, here are the temperature anomalies. You can see St. Louis pretty much in average temperatures, well above average temperatures in Atlanta, Georgia, Birmingham, Pensacola, New Orleans. I think Tampa's in there. Savannah, Charleston, Fayetteville, Charlotte, all those different cities in the well above average category. The state of New York in just above average, so is Pennsylvania. Most of the East Coast is in above average or well above average, and that extends all the way to the West Coast. We do have this below average area that does take up the northwestern Midwest, and you can see this hatched area there, that dotted line. That is where we do have the potential for well below average temperatures. I'm not confident enough to say that those will be well below average, but the hatched area is there because there is a fair possibility. Let's take a look at severe threats. Strong winds are a moderate threat for the St. Louis area this time around. We're going to be seeing lots of systems that can bring those through, but more in particular, we're probably going to be seeing supercellular threats bringing a tornado threat up into the picture, and we'll also be seeing a substantiated tornado threat, but the threat that trumps them all is flooding. We're definitely going to be seeing flooding throughout the spring. That's something to keep in mind. Be prepared for that. So the overall threat is in the moderate to high category, but keep in mind with flooding in particular, that exceeds by quite a bit what the overall threat is. So if you're in a flood-prone area, you should prepare now. You can follow us on Facebook at MicroCasting St. Louis, on Twitter at MicroCasting STL, and on Instagram at MicroCasting St. Louis. If you have any questions on how you can prepare for this severe weather season, I'll be putting a link below to a severe weather preparation video that MicroCasting produced and has made over the past few days. Alright, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like on it and subscribe and hit the bell to turn on notifications so you never miss a new video.